What is up, guys, and what's going on? Neumatix here, of course, with another adventure to space let's play with advanced rocketry. Now, if you weren't with us in the last episode, we went ahead and made an observatory so that we can go ahead and find some asteroids that we could go ahead and get some ores off of. Unfortunately, though, we haven't been able to go ahead and get any rutile or asteroids, so that's unfortunate. But we left off there thinking about making a drill that'll go ahead and take out those asteroids to get us some ores. So I want to go ahead and do that today by go ahead and using the asteroid chip, which I went ahead and made, which I actually made, I believe, last episode, but we never got to that point. So I want to go ahead and put this guy in here and see if we can get anything off of it. So what we should be able to do is go into this asteroid selections, and wait a second, I need to go ahead and bring that right there. Let's go ahead and go in here. And I think this is the one I had selected last time. Let's put the asteroid chip there. And I think we can click on that. And that should do it. Maybe not. See, and I, just in case, it came prepared. And I brought something called, if I have it in my bag, I'm pretty sure I do, orientation controller and the altitude controller. Because I'm not for sure, but this guy might need to be thinking that it's nighttime, so he might need to orientate our space station to show that it's away from the sun. So let's go and place the altitude controller right. This place is actually getting kind of small. I'm going to have to build out so that I have a lot of more space in here, but for now, we'll go and place that one there and the orientation right there. So what the altitude is going to do is it's going to bring our altitude further or closer to that image of the overworld down below. And we can go on and do that by going dragging the scale right around there. So we go on and bring ourselves closer or further. I think it's going to bring us a little closer to the overworld, if I'm not mistaken. And then we could go ahead and go to the orientation controller. Now, our X value. Let's say we want to do that. Oh, yeah, check that out. You can tell that we're moving. That is awesome. Oh, I think we're moving to the left. I think so. Let's see if this guy does anything once we start moving. This is so weird. We're going to end up facing the overworld at some point. Alright, it's not doing anything yet, so I'm just keeping my fingers crossed that I don't have to, like, rebuild this guy or something so that it can go ahead and open up for us. Because I would really hate that. Maybe I need to go ahead and break these out. Oh, there we go. It opened up. Oh, I want to go ahead and I want to stop it. I want to stop it. You stay right there. Okay, I don't want it to move anymore because it is open. So I believe, yes. Okay, so it needs to be open, acting like it's nighttime in order to get anything off of it. And it's kind of hard to do that when you're in space if you don't have your space station moving. So one thing you're going to have to do is get the orientation controller if you want to go ahead and get any kind of asteroids from your observatory out in space. Now, of course, on the overworld, you're not going to have the issue because you're just going to have to wait till it's nighttime, and then you'll be able to go ahead and get any of the asteroids. But up in space, like I said, it's a little different. So we went ahead and got our asteroid chip, which is programmed. What we're going to need to do now is go ahead and go back down to the overworld to our data processor. If you remember when we made that thing, I believe 2 episodes ago, to go ahead and get all of the data processed into our asteroid chip so that we could go ahead and make that drill machine that we're going to shoot off to destroy that asteroid. Well, what we're going to have to do over here is, I believe I brought some more the lithium crystals for our future, what do you call it, warps off to other planets. And I don't have my spacesuit on. Yeah, that would be helpful. So I could go ahead and get up in here as I'm flying all around like a crazy madman. Okay, throw all those in. Look at that. We're actually stocked up. So we could actually go to pretty far areas if we really wanted to. Maybe another galaxy. Or I believe we're always staying in the same galaxy, but another star system. So that's cool. All right. And I believe that's all I wanted to do up here. So let's go ahead and go back to our rocket. And we should be set. As you see, yeah, like, check that out. Oh, this is so weird. Oh, this is going to throw me off a little bit. It's kind of making me sick. Oh, we're sideways at our space station. But it does look really cool like that. I love the fact that the mod author put that in here. So let's go ahead and make sure that we're fueled up on our rocket. And we should be set right there. Jump in. And off to Earth we go. And I don't know if you guys noticed, I do not have my webcam up right now, and that is because I have not been feeling very well, and I didn't want to go ahead and throw my sick-looking face up in the right-hand corner this time. But I promise you, it's coming back. Just for right now, I believe we're set to not have it for until I feel a little bit better. But anyways, so I believe we should be almost at altitude. We go ahead and transfer over to the overworld. And I'm really excited because this is the cool part is, well, what we're going to have to do is go and place that asteroid chip. Oh, it is raining. Okay, let's descend. So what we're going to have to do is place that asteroid chip into the data processor, like I said, or the astro beta or data processor or something. I think that's what it's called. And then while it's doing this thing, we're going to go ahead and build the drill that's going to be sent off to destroy it. So I hope that I've made enough things to go ahead and make that happen. I've got 11 liquid fuel tanks. I have 9 liquid fueled engines. And we have 8 drills. And of course, we're going to need a chest for that thing to operate correctly. And a guidance computer, which is not easy to make. If you look at these, we got tracking circuits, which you need Eyes of Ender. And I don't usually go off to just randomly kill Endermen all the time. But unfortunately, I had to. Okay, so now at an Astro Body Data Processor, we could go ahead and go into here. Place our asteroid chip. And there we go. We can go ahead and wait. Oh, we're going to have to wait quite a bit because all of those numbers need to be up to 1,000. Excluding humidity data, temperature data, and atmospheric density data. But the other ones that are going up at the moment, we're going to have to wait for those to go ahead and hit 1,000. But in the meantime, so I went ahead and got my rocket monitoring station out, which was awesome because we used it last time to go ahead and make all of those satellites that we sent off into space. So we could go ahead and use it for this guy over here. So I think we're going to go on and bring out these like this, and we're going to start placing them down in hopefully a mathematical way, I think. So what do we got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I believe I have 9 of them. Let's just play. I hate doing math, honestly. So let's just go ahead and just like that. That should be fine. Okay. Then we're going to need some liquid fuel tanks. Hopefully not. Hopefully not a lot. Go ahead and break that guy. Place them out of order. Not allowed. Let's go ahead and place some drills down. And we'll go ahead now and place down a chest. And actually, I want that guidance computer in there. So let's break the chest. You know what? It doesn't matter. We could go ahead and break this guy right here. And then we could go and place our guidance computer like that. Okay. I think that should be good. But let's go ahead and scan this guy and see what we got. Oh, we don't want the space station assembler. We actually want the rocket assembling machine. So let's go ahead and break this guy. I don't think it's going to be a problem. And then let's switch him out with this guy. And grab that. Okay, so the rocket assembling machine we want to place right there. And then we want to scan. So this is a bit tall because of last time when we went ahead and made our space station. But that's fine. We go on and wait for that to go on. Let's go and check our... Oh, only at 100. Wow, this is going to take quite a bit. Good thing I have a lot of data for us, so we don't have to worry about that. But as soon as it's done is when I'm going to go ahead and place it into this machine once it's all done. Okay, so what we got? Not enough fuel capacity, like usual. The usual problem we always have. Well, good thing I got 3 more. So the problem is making this look decent without breaking the pattern I have going on. But I don't know if it really matters how these guys look. So you know what? We're going to go ahead, and I brought this for a reason. I knew I did. We go on and break that, and let me build out. So maybe 2 more on the sides, like that. And I'm going to want that drill back. Actually, those are pretty cheap to make, so it doesn't really matter if I lose one of those, but these are very cheap to make. So let's go and place 2 more of these guys down with our chest. All right, let's check it now. Let's see what it says now. Hopefully, it's not going to say what I think it's going to say, but I'm pretty sure it is. I really hate that. It needs so much fuel capacity in order for anything to take off. I mean, look at this thing. This thing has so many fuel stations on it. And I know that's not what they're called. It's fuel tanks on it. And that barely gets it to where it needs to be. So it's scanned. Oh, sweet. Okay, cool. It's clear for liftoff. Okay, so now we actually should be good. Now, what I want to do is in the guidance computer. Oh, wait, we want to go ahead and build this thing first. So let's build it since it's clear for liftoff. Then inside the guidance computer, we're going to go ahead and, oh wait, it's not done yet. The asteroid chip. And it's taking a while. Oh, wait a second. Is it because it's getting low? Yeah. I think we're going to have to grab some more coal generators to make this thing go a little bit faster. Just a little bit faster. I don't think it can go too much faster than it's already going. Wow, but I'm definitely going to have to cut and wait for that to go ahead and finish up because we're not going to have the patience to wait for that while we're doing this because this is going to be done like now. I'm going to go ahead and get my linker, which I placed over here. Grab that out. And now we could go ahead and link this guy to this. Linked successfully. So now we could go ahead and launch it as long as we have fuel and we have that asteroid chip inside, which is going to be click, guidance computer, chest, inside the chest. Here we go. So once the rocket actually comes back, we're going to have all of our ores in here. So it's pretty cool. We have that all set up. But we're going to have to wait, like I said, for that guy to finish up. So let me go ahead and cut here, and I'll be back with you guys once this finishes. All right, guys, we are back, and it finally finished. It took forever. What seemed like a second for you guys took forever to finally finish and get done. So now that we have this done, we could go ahead and go over to our rocket and click on it, go into the guidance computer, and put our asteroid chip right in there. So now it is all set and ready to go. It is actually fueled up. I fueled it up earlier, so we are set on that. And now we can actually go to our rocket monitoring station and I believe just launch it. There we go. So now, once it's out in space, it'll go ahead and mine out that asteroid for us. And when it's all done, it'll come right back. And everything that it got from the asteroid will be in the chest for us. So let's go ahead and check our monitoring station and see when it's going to go ahead and hit that altitude. And as you can assume, you could go ahead and do this with all of the asteroids that your observatory picks up. So if I went back and got another asteroid chip and put it in the observatory, made it go straight to that one, it would go ahead and bring it out. I could go ahead and bring it out, I should say, and put it in our asteroid data processor and go ahead and get data off that and wait again and put in this and send it off again. And you can actually do this with multiples. You don't need just one. You can go ahead and make multiple drills so that you can have this maybe, I believe there's a way to automate it, but I'm not for sure how. So it's not something I'm totally interested in. The only thing I'm interested in is actually getting any of the iridium. So if we are able to get some iridium ores, that would be awesome. But like I said, I think we're going to have to go to another planet in order to make that happen. And what I'm going to test out is actually I'm going to take our space station. We're going to warp to another planet, and we're going to open up the observatory. I'm going to see if I can take the data from these satellites and use it in the observatory on another planet. I'm guessing it's not going to work, obviously, because these satellites are for the overworld and not for another planet. But we're going to test it out regardless. So this thing didn't really seem like it was going to take that long. It was only about a minute and 50 seconds. So we only have 31 seconds, 30 seconds until it lands again, and we'll be able to see everything that it brought us. So let's go ahead and cut here, and I'll be right back when it comes back. All right, we are back, and it just hit 0. So it's now finally coming back to where it should be. That literally took all the fuel it could handle, so I must have just exactly put the right amount of fuel tanks on it. So I'm wondering if we can start seeing this guy pop in at any point. I'm guessing it's not going to until it hits around this point right here. It's going to actually hit the atmosphere. So, come on. Smoke trail. There we go. Popped in. It's coming right down. I think I can actually fly up to it. And actually, I found out just going out of hover mode and going straight up is a lot faster. Cool. I don't think I could access it right now, though. You know what? Let's go ahead and land on it. Let's see if we can. Yes, we can. That is cool. Oh, hey, Enderman. What's up? Sweet. So our little rocket just landed. We should be set. Please go away, enemies. Get away from me. I knew. How did you even get in here? I don't understand. My place is all knocked off, like all gated off. There's no way. I don't understand. Whatever. It doesn't matter. So we could go ahead and go into here, and we could go into our. I'm just a little nervous around the enemies around us, and we could go ahead and go up into our rocket. I think. Actually, let's click on it. Chest and check it out. So we got 64 and 31 cobble, 32 iron, 13 gold, and 15 redstone. And that was it. And I think, did it use up? Yes, so it uses up the asteroid chip when you go ahead and do that. But I don't think asteroid chips are that expensive to make. Let's go ahead and see. They are expensive to make because you need an Eye of Ender in order to make one. And then you're going to need a data storage chip, which is created with some emeralds, basic circuit, and redstone. So I don't like that at all. That really kind of sucks. I feel like I kind of wasted that asteroid chip. But whatever. It was for a good purpose. We wanted to see this thing in action, so we were able to do that and get everything we got off of that asteroid, which was actually the best asteroid for us at our observatory. So let me go and cut here, and I'll meet you guys back up on the space station. We're going to warp to another planet and see if my plan works. If we could go ahead and take some data from one of these satellites, put it into observatory up in space when we're on another planet, and look for asteroids on that planet instead. Okay, so we are right back onto our space station, and this thing is still good to go. So let's go ahead and go to our warp station, a warp drive, and warp to another planet and see if my little trick is going to work. So we need to select a planet. And should we go to a planet we've already been to? Sure. Have we been to this one? I don't remember. It might have been the first one we ever went to, Sol 11. But maybe it was not. You know what? This is fine. Let's go ahead and select that one. Sol 11. Let's warp right now. All right, on our way to Sol 11. And once we get there, hopefully, like I said, my little trick will work with this observatory. I highly doubt it, but we will see. All right, I think we've been here before. I'm going to go check the biome scanner below and check it out. So on hover mode, let's go down below and let's check it out. So hot, dry rock. I think this is the one that was all desert, if I'm not mistaken. So let's go ahead and go back in. Just one big desert. Yes. And now that I recall, yes, this is the planet we first visited. So let's go into here, asteroids, and scan. Okay. So it is scanning other asteroids, but none that are interesting at all. Oh, wait a second. What is this? What? Iridium ore! So, haha, my little trick did work. Awesome. So now that we know that, look, some more iridium. Iridium enriched asteroids. Awesome. So iridium is going to be used for, I believe, other contraptions down the way. So I'm so glad I checked that, because now we don't have to worry about making other asteroids, not asteroids, other satellites on these planets. We could just go ahead and take the data from the asteroids from the overworld and put it in the observatory and just scan when we go to another planet, and we will be set. So that is awesome. So cool. So that is definitely what we're going to do when we get to the next episode. The next episode, the first thing we're going to do is go ahead and grab some iridium ore, because like I said, I'm pretty sure we're going to need that sooner rather than later. But alright guys, so I think that's a good wrapping up point for this episode. And I think we went ahead and got a lot accomplished. We were able to get our drill built. We were able to get the asteroid chip, go ahead and process, put it into the drill and sent off, and got our first asteroid destroyed, which brought us some pretty good ore. And I think that in the next episode, like I said, we're going to go ahead and get some iridium ore from that other planet, and we're going to go ahead and see what else we can build in advanced rocketry with that iridium ore. And I think that one of the things I'm leaning towards is either going to another planet and building stuff there, or building the space elevator, which is going to make it a lot easier to get from Earth to our space station other than using our rocket all the time. But if you guys did enjoy this, please go ahead and let me know by leaving a like and a comment. And go ahead and let me know, guys, I would actually really like to know this. Would you rather have me pre-record these, or would you like to have them live? I've grown an interest in doing live episodes instead of pre-recorded. So go ahead and let me know down in the comments if you would like that. But anyways, as always, guys, if you would, please subscribe to my channel to get content like this every Thursday. Thanks again, guys. See you in the next one. Peace.